All right, we are live once again. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for coming on the live stream or watching on this replay. Okay, we're going to be going over 5 secrets to boost your credit now, boost your scores now. Okay, and a bonus at the end if you stay towards the end. Okay, so we're going to have some live Q&A as people come in. Individuals will be coming in, and then when they have some questions, we'll be going over their stuff here. Okay, so let's see here. Make sure my live chat is up. Great, there we go. I have to switch over to live chat. I apologize. I'll see you guys now. And thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Rosalinda, Christian, Carmera, Talk 305, Melissa, Danielle, Carlos, Paula, hi. Lisa, hi. Vic, good to see all of y'all. Tanya, good to see you. Appreciate you showing up on a Saturday morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. Okay, appreciate you. I said Jerome. I says Jerome's in the house. Watch your mouth, Jerome. This is great, John J. Doe. That's funny stuff, man. I appreciate you. So make sure you put your questions up here now. If for some reason I can't see your question, I apologize. We've got the live chat going. Sometimes it can be challenging to go back and forth. I'm putting my email up for you. So if somehow we miss a question or an answer here, you have my email. Make sure you get in touch with me in the case of the live stream if it ends and you don't get your question answered. Okay. Keith, wow. Keith says 112-point increase. This is fantastic. People Heavy Hitter says, keep it tight, Jerome. Keep it tight. Come on, Jerome. Keep it tight. Get Jerome. Come on. Subscribe, Tribe. Good to see you. Nice. Good morning. Good morning. Nice. Got a 32-point FICO boost from my Hutton Chase today. Now, this is how you boost your credit now. So let's go over. So let's get into it. We got a fair amount of individuals in here now. Okay. We're going over 5 secrets that you can do right now today that could boost your credit. And this is what people don't want to tell you. This is what individuals have stopped me on the street, talked to me, or clients on the phone, or individuals will email and they'll say, hey, you know, I've been with someone else, some other big company out there, and they were doing some disputes, but my score didn't really go up. Why? It was like, because they didn't teach you this part of the game. So they wanted to send some disputes. But the first big secret that you want to do that you can do today is add revolving credit. Okay, add revolving credit to your credit reports. You can boost your score by adding new credit. Okay, so this is what the individual who was talking about Hutton Chase, okay, got the boost. Hutton Chase, new Coast Direct, My Jewelry Club card. These are subprime credit cards, and they're more store cards, okay? But you can be in the 500s and you can get something like this, okay? You can get, you can have, you know, less than favorable credit score, and you can start with something like a My Jewelers Club card. New Coast Direct, Hutton Chase, okay? These primary trade lines in your name are now revolving accounts that look really good to the bureaus. Really, really good. Individuals have reported getting 20 points, 30 points, 40 points, 50 points. This is what you can do for yourself. You don't need anybody else. You just listen to me, you get this stuff squared away, and now you're on your way, okay? Now, if you're below 500, okay, I've seen a few scores, you know, in the 400s, okay? You're saying I'm below 500. I can't really get this My Jewelers Club card, the New Coast Direct, the Hutton Chases, the Ox Publishing. What do I do? All right, well, in that case, you're very, very low on the availability, right? You don't have much. So credit builder card, okay? Credit builder card, secured card. These are what your options are going to be, but it's still revolving credit. It's still going to give you a boost now, today, now, okay? Now, number 2, and this is the other thing that people don't realize, and the reason I separated it is because revolving and what number 2 is different. So number 2, the secret will be an installment loan. Installment loan. And you know where I'm heading with this. People have talked to me about this, but individuals still sometimes will stop me on the street or send an email or whatnot, and they're not sure if they should go with that self-lender. Self-lender has helped people boost their scores 30s, 50s points. This is stuff you can do today. I had somebody reach out to me on Instagram. They were like, hey man, I just got my Jewelers Club card. I got my self-lender. I'm just waiting for them to report. Boom. Within the time that I talked to them, they went right to the site. They signed up. They took care of it. This is things you can do to boost your score. Now, Brandon, why do you say revolving installment? Well, they look differently. They're different mix, and that helps your mix, okay? So that's a little 2.5 there, 2.5. You're helping your mix of available credit and what your credit is, okay? And Michael Kremner here, we've been going back and forth, and this is what's great. Self-lender is great, all right? It's helped him out a lot. So individuals will come back and say, and help the subscribe tribe and let you know that these secrets are for real. These things are legit, all right? So we've got our revolving, we've got our installments, we've got a good mix there. What is the third one? Okay, this is a big one. Number 3, your utilization, okay? There's a magic number for utilization. Does anyone want to guess, okay, what the number is that can boost your score the highest, okay? Not just saying, okay, everybody knows, hey, keep it under 30%, your score will go up. But what is the percentage? What percentage of utilization? Michael knows, he's been on the live streams. What utilization will be the best? 7%. Yes, 7%. People listening, they know under 7% is your magic number, okay? A lot of people don't want to tell you this. And if you're watching on the replay, you know, the subscribe tribe's here every weekend. They know, right? They've been listening. They learn how to do the 800 score. You can get this. You can watch my last video on how to get an 800 credit score, my last live streams. And, you know, hit the subscribe button and that bell for notifications so you have all this information just like the subscribe tribe does. Because every weekend we have new individuals on here, and they might be a little nervous to, you know, ask their questions and things like this, but we have new individuals, and it's good that the tribe is here to help new individuals. I've seen them. I've gotten emails from new individuals after the live stream. We've gotten new subscribe tribe members, so I'm glad that you're a part of it. So revolving installment under 7%. Now, 3. Number 4 is 3. Number 4 is 3. Yes. Well, you're confused. What are you talking about, Brandon? Okay, so revolving is number 1, installment loans number 2. Keep it under 7% is the magic number if you can, right? Paying it down will boost your score today. But number 4 is 3 accounts. 3 accounts. Now, you're saying, well, Brandon, I got my revolving account. You know, I got myself my Jeweler Club card, and I got my installment, my self-lender, but I need 3. Well, to boost your score, the bureaus, well, FICO actually likes to see 3, okay? Likes to see 3. So with 3, you could do 2 of these cards. You could do like a My Jewelers Club card and a New Coast Direct, and you could do your installment. And now you've got 3 accounts that you're utilizing, okay? This is a good question. Is 0% utilization okay? Yes, it's fine. It's fine. I've had, you know, 0% before, 1%, 2%. It's fine. Under 7% is the idea. Less than 7%. 7% or less. And that's what's interesting by putting, when everybody puts 7%, 7%, 7%, is that it can be 6%, 5%, 4%, 3%, you know. You're okay. You're okay. But number 4, again, 3 accounts you're utilizing. It doesn't have to be big, a lot of utilization, right? Because we're keeping under 7%. Just keep it going. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Because if you have 2 accounts, 3 accounts, 4 accounts, and you're only using 1 account, it's not going to look as favorable, and it's not going to boost your credit as much. I'm telling you what, I make sure I go out there and I make sure after I pay off my car, I'm like, I got to use this card again. And that boosts my credit score immediately, right? Well, once it reports. But today, you don't have to wait 30 days on the bureaus, and that's what I'm referring to. You don't have to wait for 30 days, 40 days for the bureaus to update their junk and play these games. And when I say 40 days, because when you send it out, they have 30 days to postmark you a response from when they get it. So you're going to send it out, then they'll get it maybe, you know, 3, 4, 5 days later. Then they have 30 days to postmark your response, and then you'll get it 34 days later, how the mail runs, right? So number 5, here's the 5th one. A lot of people know, okay? AU, authorized user, whether you're getting it from a friend, a family member, a you know, purchase sitting out there. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna talk to you about this AU. I got this email, pull my email up about AU and how families are helping each other. Okay, family, when you're helping yourself, families are helping you. I'll talk about AU here, okay? So Jonathan wrote in, he's been a subscribe tribe member. He's had some great results. He's now part of Awesome Life Group as well. So now he's moving over to us. He wanted us to help him with a couple of final things. Also, if you need us to do it for you, theawesomelifegroup.com, we can do this for you, okay? Michael, this is great. Because of Brandon Weaver, I've gone up 200 points since last year. I've got the self-lender, Citibank secured, My Jewelers Club card, AU for 5,000, Visa 5-year reporting, AU on 10,000 credit card, a CO card. Yeah, credit card, I'm thinking. Charge card, maybe credit card. Okay. Michael's had great success as well. He stuck to the plan. And see, here's the things that I've talked to you about. These 5 tips, these 5 secrets, these 5 tricks of the trade, so to speak, are, say, circumvent the bureaus, right? If they want to play games, you still have boosting your scores with the revolving, the installment, your utilization, the 3 accounts, and AU. What we want to talk about is AU is that Jonathan actually had really great credit. He put his daughter on as an AU for a couple of years, okay? His daughter then had good credit. He then got into a little bit of a jam, okay? And he says, so my daughter built her credit for years because I had her on as an AU under my credit. And I'm reading his email, okay? But since I knew I couldn't keep up with the payments on time, I immediately took her off. So this is when he hit his rough patch. To prevent any negative on her credit, she informed me today that because of me, I gave her an excellent credit she has now. Okay, so she informed him today that he gave her the this excellent credit. Okay, and that she was very grateful and that she would now put him on as an AU on her Chase Ultimate Freedom card, which she said she had been doing some research on, doing her due diligence. By adding an AU with the help of this person, or it says, by adding an AU will help the person on building or rebuilding their credit. Yes, so adding an AU will help. He says, with tears in my eyes, I thanked and hugged her. But after my emotions calmed down, I remember that your team's working on my credit and we'll be able to affect and fix this in the future. So everything's going to be okay. P.S. This sounds like a good YouTube video for your subscribe tribe. Okay, so he was able to build up his daughter's credit over the time with his AU. He went through a little rough patch, had a tough time. He's getting back to it. So he had good credit. He rebuilt it, built up his daughter's. Then he went through a little rough patch. Things happen to people. He's coming back to rebuild it, but his daughter's like, hey, you gave me good credit. I got you now. I got you, Dad, right? I got you. This is what you're building. You're building generational wealth. You're building family wealth. That's what happened to me. I had somebody in my family, had good credit. They were like, hey, man, you got to get your stuff squared away. They didn't actually give me an AU, but they gave me the mindset, hey, you need to repair your credit. You know, after going through all this collection stuff and nonsense and suit and all this stuff, like, you know, my story, rebuilt my credit. They were doing, they went through the rough patch. They came down, got them with the AUs. Good, right? So what is an AU? Authorized user. So an AU is someone out there, is maybe a friend, family member. You were, I like that. You were a friend or family member. Okay, so maybe you have good credit. A friend or family member doesn't have good credit. You have a good credit card, maybe a Citi or a Chase or a Amex or something. You put them on as an authorized user. It reports to their credit report as well. In my last Saturday, I talked about if authorized user trade lines still work in 2019. They do, and why they do. You can review that here on this channel because they have to abide by a very specific act. Okay, so they can't discriminate. Basically what they're saying with authorized users is if, let's say, someone's married and they're in the same household or whatnot, they can't just say and put it in one person's name. Okay, this was a problem back in the 70s. They were just letting the married men build all the credit. They said, no, you can't discriminate on marriage. So anyone who gets AU, FICO can't really tell if you're married or not. So to make sure that they don't discriminate on this marriage, they have to report for everyone. So if someone gets an authorized user, just to answer your question, it'll help boost their credit if your credit is good, if that credit card is good, has good history, all that good stuff. So we've gone over them. Five. Gave you 5 real quick. And if you noticed, our bonus at the end here has to do with the credit repair. But these 5 tips you can do now today. You don't have to worry about the bureau sending out letters or nothing. This is going to boost your credit. We've got the revolving accounts. We've got the installment accounts. Okay, revolving, My Jewelers Club card, New Coast Direct, Hutton Chase, Ox Publishing. Look at all you've got. Secured credit card like Credit Builder. Just in that, you've got a lot of value. Now, the installment loans. You can get the self-lender. You can actually go to your local credit unions and bank. They do stuff like this. Self-lender is just the big, national, people know about it, but your local banks, your local credit unions will do secure lending with you as well. I think they call it like a CD, secured CD loan, stuff like that. Okay. Number three was keeping your utilization under 7%. Number 4 was having 3 active accounts that you're utilizing, and you're keeping that utilization under 7%. And then 5, you can utilize an AU very quickly. Many people understand that and know that. If you have more questions about authorized users, feel free to put it up, as I will be getting to your queue and your questions, and I'll be giving you the answers here shortly. The bonus, obviously, is credit repair. Getting all the negative, nasty items off, the late payments, the student loans, the charge-offs, the delinquent stuff, right? All the nasty stuff, the bankruptcies, the foreclosures, whatever it is you have, that's what we can do for you, okay? You can do this for yourself, 609creditrepair.com, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. I'm telling you what, we've had great success. People are getting their stuff squared away. I see all these questions coming up. I want to get back onto this, okay? If this video is helping you out, please give this a thumbs up thus far. It really, really helps me keep doing what I'm doing. I appreciate you. Let's get into your questions, all right? And thank you so much for being on the live stream today on a Saturday. It is rainy where I am. I don't know what it's like for you, but I hope your weather is great, okay? What's up, Brandon? You are awesome. Capital One, you already paid and settled. They're giving you static with Capital One. Okay, great. So you can dispute with the bureaus, but we also have something. If Capital One has transferred it over to the collector, you can use the 623 method, right? So you ask them to see substantial documentation, signed contract, application for credit, all sorts of things. They have to have a lot of stuff. I've actually seen this for myself. Only one of my 15 negative accounts on each of my bureaus, so 15, 30, 45, only one of them actually had the right stuff. And that's what we're asking for, okay? So a lot of the times they don't have it, they can't provide it, they have to basically let this stuff go. But a lot of people don't understand. They say, okay, well, they're just saying verified or whatever. So you can check with the collector if the collector has anything, and you can check with the Capital One and see if they have anything. If they don't have anything, if Capital One says, well, we don't have it, it's been a long time, and I've seen it. I've had people email me if they've seen it. If they don't have it, they're not supposed to continue to report it if they can't substantiate it. And they'll say, oh, it's all with the collector. It's because we sold it to the collector, and the collector was like, well, we don't have anything. You know, screenshot of nothing. I didn't give you nothing. So this is what you do, and you can take it up. BBB, Better Business Bureau, CFPB, AG. People have done it. I've gotten emails from them, and they say, yep, this is when it changed. This is when you had to finally hold their feet to the fire, okay? Let's see. I had 4 accounts come off my TransUnion report in the first round. Okay, Brian says, but Equifax states those same accounts were quote unquote verified. This is very unique that the bureaus want to do this, right? So strange, because you know that they're not able to. They were not able to verify properly. This individual, Brian, had 4 items deleted TransUnion round 1. But the other bureau said, well, no, you know, we verified. How? How did you verify? Now, you send your next letter and you ask how. How did they verify? Okay, and we have a special verification method too, letter, if they want to keep playing games. Okay, but you have proof that this stuff wasn't able to be verified. So look, and I'm not saying that this other private company is going to worry about what this other private company is doing. But what you can do is you can show them and you can say they were not able to verify. How were you able to verify? And if you continue to report inaccurate, unverified accounts per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, hey, the small claims courts are open to me, okay? Doesn't even have to be there. It can just be facts. Hey, small claims court is open to me. Every unverified account that is founded to be unverified and inaccurate is $1,000. It's a $1,000 violation. Okay. Think of it. 4. You do the math on that, right? 4,000. It's a good day's work, right? All right. Let's see. Question. Here's a Christian LS question. You just made statement, but watch. We'll read this. I actually paid off my debt. So we're paid off with settlements to the collections. Some I negotiated a settlement with the banks. All right. There's no questions. So no, I understand what you're saying, Christian. I'm just kidding around here. Yes, I understand. So you paid it off. It's still sitting there is what you're saying, right? Negotiated settle. You can still dispute. You can still dispute these suckers. And once they don't have any recourse to get cash monies out of you, they're going to want to forget about it. They're going to want to let this go. They're going to want to let go of this, okay? This is what you can do for yourself. 609creditrepair.com. We've done this. People have settled disputes, all this stuff. We dispute for them. This stuff comes off. Keith, Avant Card $1,000 limit yesterday. Congratulations. Very cool. Brandon and I just sent out my 609 dispute letters. Congratulations. I love it. All right. Removal of bankruptcy. Excellent. Zelman. Did you dispute your bankruptcy yet with LexisNexis? And I'm going to come out with some new stuff on newer junk. There's another reporting agency for public records, but you don't have to worry about it unless you filed your bankruptcy, I think, November of 2018. So I don't think anybody has done that, but it's coming out soon. LCI is this junk, all right? I'm looking into it, doing my research. It just came out recently, just a couple of months ago, but most people are good. But LexisNexis, okay? Bankruptcy with LexisNexis. Dispute that sucker. Get it out of there. Dispute with the 3 bureaus, okay? How do I get this? Nicknames. Damn, they got your nicknames on there, on your report. Old addresses. We got the update personal profile letter in our Beyond Committed package. If for some reason, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put my email up here again for you guys, just in case. I know. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, they're still on the report, Christian. Okay. And this is the thing, like Christian's talking about. It's like they're still on the report after you paid and settled all this stuff. Your program assists? Yes. Yes. You can dispute this stuff. You can get it done now. Yes. And that's what a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. They can do some of the things in the beginning of this program. And if you're just signing in now to get the boost to your score, these 5 things that we went over, a lot of people don't know they can do that. A lot of people feel like when they settle and pay these things, they come off. They don't. They know they didn't even know they need to dispute. And people are not going to tell you. You know, they know. The collectors know it's going to sit there. Then I'm going to say, I'm going to help you and say, hey, you know, once you pay, we're going to take this off. You know, why not? Why would the collector even care at that point? It's nasty business, okay? Well, adding a new cell phone carrier boosted my score. Marcus, are you sure that they report? And if they do, and if you pay on time, all the time, it should help, okay? Oliver, I had an 80-point increase since since late November. Okay, since late November. Love the program. So not long ago, November, December, January, 3-4 months. Yeah, not bad. 80 points, very good, especially during the holidays. I'm sure, you know, you were chilling, enjoying your holidays, sent out a few letters, all right? And now you got an 80-point boost in 2019. It's fantastic. Nice. Sandy Baby 312, good to see you. You're always a great commenter here on the Subscribe Tribe. She says, Subscribe Tribe vibes. Happy Saturday, Brandon. And S Tribe, so saying happy Saturday to all of us. We appreciate you being a part of the Subscribe Tribe, and being a valued member of our community means I want to bring value to you, okay? So any more questions here? I know we got a lot of questions. Make sure you put them up here. I'm going to get to as many as I can today. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to keep going, okay? Let's see. LaShawn. Yep, that happens. Okay. First round, got to send out your second round now and see where they're at. They will play games. They will try to throw you off course. They'll try and say things like, you know, oh, you know, this was illegible. We couldn't see your ID. And, oh, you know, we're not really sure this is you. I'm like, come on. Why else would I send in my ID? Who else would have this stuff? Well, who else would be disputing on my behalf? Come on. Nice, Nikki. Got my free consultation on Monday from Awesome Life Group LLC at theawesomelifegroup.com. Can't wait to see you on the other side. I'm excited to see you as well. All right. Best way to use your return to boost your score? Great question. Well, that just depends on your specific situation, Holly. All right. It depends if you need to get some revolving credit, right? With like a My Jewelers Club card or New Coast Direct card. They both give you $5K in available trade line as well. So that's something you're going to have a big trade line. Do you need to pay down some things? Do you need to, because, you know, you might be on time all the time, every time. You just have a few things you need to pay down to get under, you know, 30%, 10%, 7% there and boost your score. Or is it something where you need to get an AU trade line? Okay, depends on what your specific situation is, because everybody is a little bit different. For you, it might just be disputing these negative items, taking your return, enjoying it. All right, maybe you get these negative, nasty items off, and now you got monies to go travel. Catch me in Jamaica. How about that? Huh? Yeah. So sometimes you don't need to be paying stuff. Sometimes you don't. I told you, Jerome, don't be paying these collectors. Okay. So sometimes you don't need to pay things. Sometimes you don't need to utilize those things. Sometimes you have good on-time payment history already that's so strong that if you get some of these negatives off, you're good to go. Okay. Miss Diamond Black. Hey, Brandon. Hey, how are you? City secured card is good. Okay, good to hear. Miss Diamond Black, self-lender is cool. It definitely helps. Good. The heavy hitter. All right. So it's a nonlinear process. It'll probably look a little bit like that as you go through the process. Now, make sure you're adding good, positive on-time history. Heavy hitter. Okay. So if you're taking negative, nasty items off, you want to get some good stuff on if you don't have good stuff. All righty. Subscribe, chat. Cool. Let's see. Michelle, hi. I'm new. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the bell for notifications for the next time we go live. Appreciate you. We'd love to have you back. Thank you so much. Yes. Not sure, Tanya. Not sure what you're referring to. Collection agency added new remarks to your report after you sent them a validation letter. Is that correct? What happened? A lot of times they'll do things like this to confuse you. So you're like, I don't know what this means or what that means. If it's still sitting there, you can send your next round of disputes. You can send your next validation letters. Don't let them throw you off your course, your plan. From what I've seen, all sorts of different things on reports. When I was doing it, when the company was doing it for people, when we were seeing it, they've changed up so many things. Consumer investigation, reinvestigation process, meets FCRA, consumer disputes, consumer disagrees, from an open status to a closed status. I mean, there's all sorts of things. Okay, they will try to throw you off your game. They'll try and confuse you and make you worried and frighten you. Okay, stick to the plan. All right. Let's see. I have a student loan. Will that help, or is it bad? Okay. Or is it bad? Okay, Christian. So it depends. If your student loan is paid on time all the time, you're getting a boost. Okay. If your student loan is paid on time all the time, that's good positive history. And if it's all paid off, I don't even know at this point, but let's say you wound up paying it off, it's all on time all the time, every time, that's going to continue to age, which means like every year you've got another year of history from that loan. It's one of the reasons people who are young, who have like 15, 20 years of on-time payment history with those loans. I don't know if your loans are big, you need to get them off and get them out and send your letter of exercise your equity and try and get out from under it. But some people have student loans that are only a few $1,000s. They paid it off. They moved on with their life. They're fine. And now they have on-time payment history for years and years and years and years and years and years. So it just depends on what's good for you. But remember, just because something is closed doesn't mean it's negative. The idea here is that on time, all the time helps your score. You do want to have open trade lines. You do want to have those things. But if you have a few things that are closed, I've had a few things that were closed, they still can help my score, okay? Michael Brennan, nice. If it weren't for Brennan, I would still have a horrible credit score. Thanks for all the wisdom and passion you give your audience. 609 disputed. Excellent, Michael. He's got all his fists. Yes. Excellent. Holly Clark, I am super low. Should I still do just 3? You mean your credit score is very low right now, and you're wondering, hey, should I only do 3 accounts? Should I do more than 3 accounts? Okay, Holly, here's the thing. One step at a time. One step at a time. So if you get your revolving, you get your installment, you get your 3, you get your utilization under control, you get your credit going, repair going, right? Getting these negative items off. Then you'll be able to see where you are and you can adjust as you need. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. One step at a time. So you can always come back. You can always shoot me an email. Hey, I've got 3, I've got this, I got that, I got that. I got a 110-point boost. I'm up in the close to the 700s club. Now what do I do? What should I do now, right? I got all these negative items off. I'm about 690, 700. I'm trying to get that 720, 760. What do I do now? Because we're not really sure where you are and where you're going to get aggregated to. Yeah. Okay. And let me make sure you guys all, hopefully it's not too loud. Let me make sure you guys all have my email. Excellent. And seriously, email me. I'm telling you, we're going to stand by with the emails. I'm here. I go to bed early on Friday night so I can get up early and do these live streams. This is my life, okay? This is the life right here, okay? You can get this done for yourself. 609creditrepair.com. We can do this work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. I appreciate you watching this. I appreciate you watching this replay. If you're I know people are watching the replay. I know you're watching the replay. I know you are. Thank you so much for watching the replay as well. Give it a thumbs up. Okay, give this a thumbs up. Help out. Hit the love on the subscribe button as well, and that bell for notifications for next time I go live. All right. Do you believe 4-card strategy? 1 card open every 45 days. So this is what I believe. If the 4-card strategy can be useful to you, then utilize it. But however, if you open a new credit card every 45 days, you will get hard inquiries, which potentially in the short term will, start to bring your score down a little bit. Okay. It's going to take a little time for that on-time payment history to catch up. So what I think the strongest play for you might be 1-and-1 at the beginning. Self-lender. Why? Because self-lender has no hard inquiry. Okay. Get 1 revolving, 1 self-lender, let your score boost to where you need it to be. Once you see the boost, then you can come in, get a couple other things. That way, because I've seen people like, oh man, I did this and I'm on hard inquiry and this and that and the third. I'm like, I'm telling you, you don't want to be applying for a bunch of stuff. It's strategic, it's strategy. Okay. So maybe for you, but most of the time I'm saying stick to the way that we like to step things up, graduate things, move things up 1 step at a time, okay? Trey zone beats, all right. Hey, look at that. Are there any accounts you can get approved for without any charging, any startup fees or deposits up front, this, that, okay. So they know, right, for the most part, if you are in a situation where your credit score isn't as strong, they want, a little fee, a little something, right? A little annual fee, a secure card, you got to put money down, self-lender, you got to pay, One, you could try something like in a firm. I think we've talked about them before. They're all right, okay? And I'll put this up for you. Firm. Okay. In a firm trade line, a line of credit is allowing individuals to purchase things on the internet. Now, if you go to an Affirm and you're utilizing them, then you can buy clothing. There's people that utilize, there's all sorts of businesses that utilize them. Okay. And the idea here is you can pay over 3 or 4, 6 or 12 months, 3, 6, 12 months. Okay. And you're actually purchasing something for whatever, like let's say Nest, Swatch. I'm looking at it, Kohan. If you're traveling through Expedia, maybe you want to get a vacation going or something like that over the holidays. I know individuals who, were just talking to me. I just talked to someone yesterday over the holidays, wanted to get a little loan, get a little something for their family. You just make sure their kids are taken care of and stuff like that. Well, with a thing like Affirm, you can get things like this. There's jewelry, there's kitchen stuff. You can buy a mattress. Actually, I'm looking for potentially a new mattress. All right. So they have like Casper and Purple, Nectar. I mean, they've got mobile phones. So you can get approved for a line of credit with a firm. It's only a soft inquiry, and you're getting something and you're paying it off. Okay. They're really, from what I see, and you have to look into it, doesn't seem like there's any upfront fees or any deposits. You're just paying your stuff monthly plus whatever small interest rate you might have. It might be bigger or whatnot. Okay. That is actually a line on your, it'll be an installment on your credit reports. And I believe you can get up to, you know, 5K, something like this, maybe more, within a firm. Okay. So that's something to look into. Okay. The reason I haven't pushed that too hard, and I do have some videos on that, how you can get a line of credit with no inquiry, because it's just a soft inquiry with a firm. But the reason I'm pushing too much is because you have to utilize it with one of their partners. Okay. You can't just utilize it anywhere. And they're usually, you know, something you're actually going to purchase, and it might be a little bit on the bigger side, like a mattress or kitchen stuff or clothing or something like this. With the Jewel Club card, we all know what's up. You make a small purchase, you're good, you're done. You may not be a large purchase, you may not be paying for a significant period of time. But if you're gonna go ahead and already use something, and I'm like, hey man, I'm in the market for a new mattress, man, it's kind of messed up or whatnot, then it works for you. Yeah. So that's one option. Okay. The other option, the second option here, yes, of course, there are cards that you can get approved for without any fees, no annual fee cards, no startups, you know, the basic cards, your Discover cards, your regular, you know, Chase Freedom cards, your there's Bank of America cards, Citi cards. A lot of credit cards have no sign-up fees, no annual fees. They just want you to use their card. They're hoping to make money on their interest, or they're hoping that, you know, just having money flow through their banks is good too for them. Okay. So those are good, but those you have to have the good credit. And that's where, hey, this is what we've done. We've built up the credit. We've utilized some of these secrets and tips and tricks. We've gotten all this negative stuff off. Now I can go ahead and get approved for accounts, for credit cards, for store cards, for lines of credit that don't have startup fees, that don't have annual fees, that don't have deposits, that don't charge crazy interest rates. I'm not going to be upside down on my car note or my home or anything like that. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, that maybe take a look at a firm. Okay. Mr. Sanchez, what if I pay my balance down to zero before my billing cycle? Would that report as zero usage? Does zero help? Okay. So you might be able to beat it every month, but typically what happens is they report. It gets reported pretty quickly. What I've noticed is I've paid weekly, every couple of weeks. It still reports 1%, 2%. I get alerts every several days. Okay. So yeah, it could help, but I think they're going to probably notice that you're utilizing your credit. Okay. Nah, you want to get them credit, those collectors off. Okay. So if they're adding new collections, one, you want to dispute them and get them off. But the other thing is, if they're adding negative stuff, you got to fight them and add good stuff. So you fight them, get them off, start fighting, and then you start putting on the good stuff, right? Pouring it on, pouring it on, pouring it on. This is what you can do. You can get this negative stuff off. You can go through the things that we talked about. I'm not sure if you just stopped in. So if you can watch the replay on that good positive stuff that we add, then you will be able to do this for yourself. Okay. If you need us, okay? Because hey, you know, sometimes you got a lot going on. TheAwesomeLifeGroup.com. We can do this for you. If you want to dispute on your own, 609creditrepair.com. We got you either way. We got the email support here with me. All right. You got the live streams. You got the video content. You got everything you need to take care of your credit. Such a value, such an amazing value. People getting 100 points, 200 points, people going up, people changing their lives, people getting their homes, their cars. This is great. I've gotten videos of people getting cars, of homes, starting their business. I've gotten emails saying, hey, I started my own business now. Families taking care of one another. You can get this done. You can have this happen for you. Okay. I'm trying to get my score up so I can co-sign my mom car for the AU line. So you're okay. So you're trying to get your score up so you can help your mother get a car. Is that correct? I'm not 100% sure if that's what you were talking about. Okay. Garrett says Value City closed. Value City. Oh, Value City. Victoria's Secret closed. No noticed. Paid in full, so they never made money on me. Oh, interesting. Look, if it's closed, you know, your score might come down a little bit for a little period of time. With on-time payment history, all on time, it's fine. You can just leave it there. Keep building, keep moving. It's okay, okay? That's correct. Miss Black, some banks, and this is why I don't recommend, that's why I haven't said, hey, you know, go out there and grab all these secure cards. But sometimes the secure cards, you're not going to be able to get a secure card if your credit is too low. Okay. That's why I'm usually saying, hey, the My Jeweler Clubs card, the New Coast Direct, the Credit Builder card. Okay. Those are the ones. Installment loan, the self-lender. Yeah. Occasionally you might be able to get a secure card, and a lot of people can get secure cards with the bank. It's fine. But that's right. These big banks don't necessarily want to help us out. They don't tell you about all the things that we know here. Yeah. You do that, you start boosting your score, get some of these negative stuff off. The big banks will be, I'm tell you what, man, I get offers, I get calls from the big banks asking, almost begging. They're like, do you want to start a credit card with us? You want to start a credit card? Every month I get a call. Every month. Do you need merchant services? You need this, you need that. It's night and day different, night and day. That's why you want to repair your credit now. They know the game. If you know the game, then they feel comfortable because you know the game. You know how to handle yourself, right? And this is what they don't want you to know, but they do want you to figure it out. It's a weird concept, okay? Michelle, the credit bureau, so the devil. Well, it's interesting. As they start to delete things, as your score starts to go up, I know you're new, Michelle, things will get better for you. And then you'll be excited because then all that good on-time payment history stuff, you'll love the game. You'll be like, oh, this is excellent. Now I can travel the world. Now I can start my business. Now I can get my car with 2%, get my home for 4%. You know, it's going to be great. Oh, Michelle. Oh, hey. Good to see you, Michelle. Same Michelle. Okay, that's great. Yes, you can dispute your old addresses, experience playing games. Should I get my old addresses deleted? Yeah, you can dispute them. It may help as well, disassociate you with some stuff. And I apologize. I'm going through the live chat, and some things are repeated. I think there might be a little bit of a repetition here. Okay. When sending in your complaint with the CFPB, is it best to write it or dispute online? Is the CFPB, here's the thing with the CFPB, okay? All their portal is all online, okay? So you can upload your stuff, your documents, it's all online. It's easiest to use their portal online. So Brandon, can the original creditor give the same account to multiple collection agencies? Okay. So disputing with this agency, but just received a letter from another agency for the same account. Okay. Make sure it's the same account. I've had multiple accounts. I won't say what bank, but I had multiple credit cards with one bank back in the day. It went to different collectors, but they look similar. Okay. So if they're the exact same account, the original creditor probably hasn't given it to different collectors. Okay. What probably happened is one collector got it. They felt like they weren't going to be able to collect and they sold it to another collector. Okay. So just double check. But for the most part, the chances are it's one account. If there's two, like you're saying, there is. Okay. There is. I know there is. But if that's happening to someone else out there as well, that's a duplicate account. So you can dispute the original creditor for not being verified, right? Unverified. You can dispute a collector for not being verified. And you can dispute the other collection as a duplicate multiple account. Okay, those are specific reasons to dispute and why you would do that. It can be very helpful. I've had to dispute multiple accounts. We've had to do it at the Awesome Life Group. It helps. I've talked to my partner about that. The duplicate account, they see it, they know they need to take that off immediately. Okay. John Holiday, how long did it take to rebuild your credit before it went from the 500s to 765? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. That's a good question. So for you, John, it's going to be different. Okay. You can ask all around. Some people do it in several months. It'll take a little bit longer. You know, how'd you do it? Okay. I think I was in the high 500s, 580s, 590s, got up in 760s, 7 somethings. Okay. Took a few months, 4 or 5-ish months in there, maybe 6 total at the most. I think because I had to do goodwill letters, and I had to do most of the stuff. So I had 15 negative accounts on 3 bureaus. Most of the stuff came off. Just boom, 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 disputing, stuff's coming off. Good. I had to take care of some goodwill letters. So that was some calls, some goodwill letters, going back and forth with them, seeing if they would help me out with these late payments. I had to do something special with USAA. I had a USAA card that was charged off, but they did an in-house collection. It was a very small amount. It was taken off, but they reopened an account for me with the same line of credit, with the same history. I don't know how they did it. I guess because I'm a service member. I don't know how. I have no concept, but USA helped. They can help. They can do what they want. Banks can update things. They can say, hey, there was an inaccuracy. There was something incorrect. We need to update. They'll tell you all sorts of things like, hey, you know, we have to report accurately. We have to make sure everything's 100% accurate. Yeah, they don't necessarily have to report everything, but everything they report must be 100% accurate. So if they find something that tends to be not 100% accurate, then it is possible for them to update and do what they need to do or what you need to do. So they'll say, oh, well, those late payments, you know, we can't change those. We have to report those. Well, they have to be 100% accurate if you're reporting them. So what does that mean? Well, they need to be able to substantiate it. Okay. So with the sorry, I was reading another question. So with these goodwill letters, what they're saying, saying, hey, maybe we can't substantiate it. You're right. We can help you out. We'll go ahead and update this for you. Okay. So it may not be 100% accurate, and they understand their wiggle room to work with this too. Okay. Let's see here. Soft inquiries. Angel, you don't have to worry about soft inquiries. The hard inquiries, yes, we do have special letters for hard inquiries. You can send your 609 dispute letters in as well. We ask for non-account holding inquiries to be removed, and we also have demand letters for hard inquiries as well. Okay. So, can't really ask them to freeze eOscar, okay? But what you can do is we do have a demand letter for eOscar, okay? We do have a demand letter. All right, so let me bring up this demand letter for you so you remember. And I think people know and have, checked this out before, okay? So the idea here with the demand letter is you're actually telling them that they're using eOscar and that they're not really supposed to be utilizing it outside of an independent investigation. Okay, so they're supposed to do their own independent investigation. They can't merely parrot what the collectors and the creditors and what these people are saying. Okay, so if they're saying that, hey, we found this to be verified with X, Y, and Z, we use eOscar, then you can send in this letter. And it actually has the case law on there. It talks about how they can't merely parrot the information from the collectors, from the other creditors. They have to do their own reasonable investigation, and simply using eOscar isn't enough. Okay, it's just not enough for them to be able to substantiate this information. Okay, so we let them utilize the things that they do. We trap them up utilizing their own stuff, basically against them. We know the laws. We've understood the laws. They understand the laws, but they're trying to invent certain things, okay? So it's very simple. Cushman versus TransUnion, Stephenson versus Experian, and Richardson versus Fleet or Equifax, okay, et al. The courts ruled each and every time that the CRAs couldn't merely parrot information from the creditors and collection agencies, okay? They had to do an independent, reasonable investigation to ensure the validity of these accounts. All right. Sending a generic form through eOscar system does not even constitute or begin to be considered a reasonable investigation. Okay. So it has case law for you. You've got the demand letters. You can get these. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at the Awesome Life Group as well. All right. All righty. Sorry, I had to just deal with an email here. Okay, okay. It doesn't want to let you put up your email, I guess, because it gets worried that you'll get a bunch of spam there, Angel. But I got your email. If you need anything, I'll actually send you my email as well. There we go. So if you have any questions. Wonderful. Yes. All right. So we've gone over a lot today. We're doing really well. And we have some more questions. We're going to go over some more questions for you. I'll put on my email here in the live chat. In the comments, if you're watching this on the replay in the comments, feel free to ask some questions. Feel free to get in touch with me on the email. All right. 609creditrepair.com. You can do this for yourself. TheAwesomeLifeGroup.com. We can do this for you. All right. We have people standing by. Okay. On the weekends. I'm telling you what, get tight, Jerome. Okay. On the weekends, if you're watching the replay, if you're a part of the subscribe tribe, you're part of this inner circle, the inner sanctum, the VIPs, the special people, the people that know that occasionally we will open our doors on Saturday and Sunday to make sure you guys are taken care of, okay? Because I'm working Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I might go out, get a little lunch later, okay? But I'm coming back. I'm doing emails. I'm doing more videos. I'm doing more research, okay? The team is on the live chat right now. I see somebody on the live chat right now. I can see my offices. We got people on the phones right now. Okay, we're waiting. We want this for you. Why do I want it so badly for you? Because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be on the other side, to be where you might be right now, where you're like, man, I got to get my score up so I can do X, Y, and Z. I've been there. And I've also been on the other side where I can get you to this other side. My team can get you to the other side, and we can see amazing things happen for you. Okay. One of our team members got an email. It was excellent that she had just gotten her car, her dream car. Okay. And it took a little time. She was, man, things were rough for this individual, but they got through to the other side. Things have changed. Okay. People are going shopping for their homes, their dream homes. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. You put in the work. It's like going into the gym. You're building this masterpiece of your credit. It's going to be there for you the rest of your life, much like going to the gym, your healthy body. You live in this the rest of your life. It's going to be there for you and your family. All right. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at theawesomelife.com. All right. Make sure I get this. Okay. Yes. There we go. Brandon, the man, even on the weekends. Love it. Hey, should you pay off your credit card every month or carry a small balance? Look, if you carry a small balance, you're going to pay interest. I don't like paying interest. I don't like carrying a small balance, so I pay it off. And it's worked for me, okay? My scores are looking excellent. Your scores will look excellent as well, okay? Okay. What part of the credit repair process can you start applying for credit? Well, in the beginning of this video, what we talked about is you can get, even before you start your credit repair, you can potentially apply for some stuff like my Jewelers Club card, New Coast Direct, maybe a self-lender. You can get a few things to help pad out your file if it's thinner, if you know you don't have any good on-time payment history. If you've got some good on-time payment history, then you can just focus on the dispute process, get this negative items off, and maybe not dispute, not get anything until after the credit repair process. I personally waited till after my credit repair process for the most part. Here's the thing though. When I got the question about, hey, how long did it take you? I got almost all the negative stuff off, except for a few late payments I had to do goodwill letters with. I took a little extra time, but they did update to positive. Very, very fortunate. Very glad that happened. But it can happen for you too. But I did get a few travel cards prior to that. That was the only thing that was sitting there. I was like, a couple late payments. All right, not a problem. I can handle this. But I got a couple travel cards. I started that process. I started getting revolving credit. And even though my credit score came down in the short term, it has gone even higher than when I was, first starting out. So it's fantastic. All right. Chris, so is this, Chris, I haven't seen your question. Chris, do you see what I'm asking? No, let me scroll up. Brandon, I'm on the train. Come on in. Okay. Chris, I guess you don't see. I'm looking for it, Chris. You have to understand that we get look at that. Cornitas, ALG's in the office. All right. Chris, you can ask your question again if you'd like. And I apologize. And here's the thing. I'll tell you guys right now. You have my email address. And Chris, because you're so assistants here, I will make sure that you have my email address. Okay. I love you all very, very much. Okay. I do. And sometimes, occasionally, the live chat isn't 100%, and there's some things, and I'm trying to see it. So if I miss any of your questions, okay, please email me. Excellent. All right. Yo, G, knock him out. All right, great. When's the best time to give extra payments on loan? Hey, it's up to you. There really isn't a quote unquote best time, but so to speak, if you can start paying your stuff down, it's going to help you in the long term. Okay. Now, paying an installment loan off early is fine. Okay. It's fine. If you can handle it and you don't want to pay the interest, great. Okay. If you pay a little bit longer, maybe a few more extra months or whatnot, what actually happens, you get more on-time payment history. Okay. So it's a give take, but with me, I don't like a lot of interest and all that stuff. You're going to wind up paying more. So yeah, go ahead. Feel free. Pay that stuff down. All right. Blackbeard Dave. Hey, Brandon, looking for any new team members? Always down to help the subscribe tribe. LOL. Blackbeard, thank you for helping the subscribe tribe. Appreciate you. Ah, yes. Okay. Chris. Sorry. Fire. Credit repair process on fire. Excellent. Appreciate you guys. Yo, Brandon, thank you, brother. Where's Jerome at? Okay. Hey, man, Jerome's great. He's got to watch this. Get the camera tight, Jerome. There, you see him. All right. Oh, man. Hey, Brandon, what should I do after the 30-day non-response letter? All right, well, you sent your non-response letter. They should send a response to you within the next 30 days. Okay, did they send them? If not, you report them. Okay, you can report them. CFPB, AG, Better Business Bureau. They're supposed to respond to you within 30 days or that postmark response. Okay, they get it. They postmark your response within 30 days. Okay, Mr. Weaver, how can my son remove his charge-off account from his credit report or from his credit report? You want to dispute this negative item, dispute this sucker. All right, you can do this. 609creditrepair.com. We can do this work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. If I just changed my name, when should I notify a creditor? After I'm done disputing? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You don't have to worry about updating your name unless you want to. Okay, now it will automatically update as they get to know you and you're getting new lines of credit. But what might be helpful is if you do it after you're disputing, okay, it comes off, you have a new name, it disassociates you with those old accounts. Okay, so if you change your name, I'm guessing marriage or maybe a name change, I don't know. If you change your name now, it also might, you update them with the bureaus, it might help disassociate with those old accounts. But notifying your creditors may not be something you want to do until after your dispute process, right? So there's the bureaus and the creditors. Creditors, like you're saying, probably after your dispute process, okay? All right. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. Excellent. Great. Great. Talking about credit utilization. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. I'm going to put my email here once again. Anything that I may have missed. Okay. I appreciate you all very much. I'm going to grab a little swig of water here. So, you know you can do this for yourself. 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work for you at the awesomelifegroup.com. Awesome Life Group in the house, all right? We're in the offices today. We'll be in the offices tomorrow. We'll be in the offices Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. It just goes on and on and on. And we do not stop. We do not rest until your credit is repaired, okay? Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know if you need any questions, support. Hit me up in the email. If this video helped you out, I'm sure, I hope, and I will work very diligently to make sure these videos help you out, please give a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and that bell for notifications, okay? I want you to go and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, the rest of your weekend, wherever you are. I'm going to try to enjoy mine as well, but then I'm going to get back, and I'm going to get back on these emails, and we're going to get you squared away, all right? So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you. Thank you to all the subscribe tribe. We're doing so well here. I love you all so very, very much. Thank you, and I will see you on the other side. Take care.